howdy doody there, ladies and gents.
Howdy doody.
Welcome to another episode of the Adjust the Mic podcast.
Welcome.
209. We have Thaddeus Maximus over here.
209.
You're sitting up there a little high, buddy.
Perched up on a new seat. Yep, new year, new seat.
Are we headphoning it now? Do you feel better with the headphones now?
Kind of feeling it now.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, are you going to make me throw them back on now? All
I
right.
was just seeing if I could, yeah.
Oh.
No, I was looking for all those weird little sounds you can hear up from the mic, you know? It's just,
There is a lot in there.
yeah, the lip smacking, the dog's over there, you can hear it.
You hear it all.
Yeah.
All right. So, it has been a minute. I've seen you a few times over the last couple months, but it's been holiday season, work season, so we've both been super busy.
Yep.
How you doing?
Super good. Glad it's a new year. Loved last year. Loved all the victories and the challenges and up and down. And, stoked to be here for the new one. And me and my peoples are all ramped up, as you know, about everything. And it's good.
It is, man. It's good to see you too. It's been a kind of an exciting last few months. It's been very a lot going on.
Yeah, super dynamic.
And in a lot of ways. And it's I think I appreciate you giving me the patience and grace, and you as well, and just all things that we do together. And I'm super thankful, just for your friendship and everything. And
man, back at you big time. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
really
cool.
is.
It's relaxing and fun, and it's great.
It really is, man. And it's been a long time. And when I was sitting there, like the last episode, my dad kind of, asshole. I love him for it. I love him for who he is through and through. But
from your solo episode,
I threw a solo episode out there, and for me, it's like you get in your head about that. I get in my head about that, and I overthink pretty much everything, and then I'll just stew in it in my brain.
How long have you been had an itch to be like, I I got some stuff to say to you, and you kept saying it, and now you did it. So
well, I tried it once before. And it was the very last episode that I ever did on the first round of the Adjust the Mic. I threw some words out there. I threw some of the skits out there and stuff, but it was it wasn't really anything for, I wasn't happy. I didn't know what, it was a great process and a learning process for me. And I think it was a great ending point for me, honestly, at the time. And so coming back and doing it with Charlie and everything was all right timing, it was all cool. And it's got me here today and super thankful. It was an emotional one for me to put out, mainly because I think I psyched myself out, which I do
the
a lot of
recent
times.
Solo one?
Yeah. It was more of I was telling you about a month before, you were like, so Scott, when are we recording next? I think it was the week after the last episode we did.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll be there next Monday. I'm like, give me a week, Boom, give me another week. Give me one more week.
And you were hot with work and family stuff.
Big time. But which is, super thankful. It's a lot. So the hobby things have to kind of, flex out at that time. Cool. But at the same time, it's, when you don't do anything, like let's say you play guitar every day and you don't play guitar for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when you come back to it, it can, the longer I feel like you wait, the more daunting it gets. Right.
Yeah. You want hot chops.
Yeah. You do, and you want to have that personal confidence.
And you miss it right away.
Yeah, man, you're going through breakups, going through all the different things that we go through, and our challenges of life and all of that. All super compounding, and there's a lot of unsure things happening.
There was holiday heat.
Man, and but man, everything worked out as it should, and thankful and happy and positive, and is what it is type of stuff. And I'm just thankful.
Big time.
Thankful. And for that patience, though, you gave me, I was building up this, pressure. What am I going to say? What do I have to say as a person? I like doing this with Colleen and Dad and Charlie, all the friends and stuff, but I got to kind of push all the stuff to them and put, just be a supportive role. And, that's how I kind of tried to market myself through it too, is being that, even though honestly, I was the one doing, and want to do, and not saying it in any bad way, but I was the engine behind it.
Yeah, you're the captain.
And
Yep.
need to act as such. I feel like, and maybe all of these challenges are bringing me to a point to just accept, that, and not put the pressure on myself to talk to anybody or care really about, what anybody thinks or says, or the whole 9 yards behind all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's great.
And I still don't act like. Let's not act like I have it all under control. Yeah, because I don't. I'm a work in progress in this mindset, but I'm, doing that. That was a big thing for me. My butthole daddy's like, man, you sounded like you were just about to, you're fucking sad. He threw it at me in the best way, man. Like, I was like, asshole, man. And just like, but man, I got so much love and support from you and Maddie and so many people after I did it. Colleen and Brent, So it was like super. It kind of leapfrogged me past that little sad point of it, and kind of helped me close some other doors and open some other doors and get some other mindsets going. And so the engine is churning again the right way, and we're past the holidays, and thankful for the whole year of 2024. 2025 is going to continue on and going to be better than ever. And I have all of you guys to thank for helping, give me those right words to take those steps, and I'm continuing
Great.
to take.
Yeah, it's our honor, our pleasure,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool that you did it, because now, sometimes you got to do some stuff and you don't even know why you got to do it, and then you do it and you're like, kind of got a license to relax, I want to do a backflip. I did a backflip. Now I'm over it, and it's cool.
Yeah, man. Perfectly said. Takes me 18 minutes to get out something you summarized really well in about 15 seconds, 12 seconds.
Know what it's like to want to do anything for any reason you can't put your finger on. You're just like, I want to shake it out. I want to do it like that once and feel it. And it's good to just, maybe not the thing is what was so good. Maybe it's just that that you're fluid, and I can do that if I want to, or I don't got to. Or
yeah. It gave me that confidence that I'm ready for being that right. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a year-end capper, right? But
yeah, and I'm just super thankful is all.
It's good, man. The vibe is good,
and I want the vibe good for everybody involved. You know what I mean? Like all the positivity to everybody.
It is,
and in and out of the life now.
It's good, and everybody feels that positive vibe.
I haven't been feeling it. Yeah, dude, I'm showing moments. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it super honest. Always, I feel like if I'm going to ride solo on this, you're going to hear an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes you're going to hear a lot of positivity. You're going to kind of get to know who I really probably am in a weird way. I'm going to probably not talk about as much of the local stuff that we would talk about, but still not be against it and have all kinds of topics. But I want to kind of maybe go into some more sensitive topics as I go on this little roller coaster, and maybe throw some reflectional stuff out there, but not in a sensitive, sad way.
Man, I'm saying whatever you do, it don't gotta even have a boundary, because let it out, lay it out.
I would like to thank even Che and you for some of these conversations. Corey, artist Corey Scott,
tip, yeah.
When he was in here with me, man, he can talk in an emotionally intelligent, long format way that's interesting and kind of gets the juices flowing in a good direction. And I think I need more of that, and I need to project more of that for myself and look more at myself instead of looking at other people and their needs and what and that's always going to be something that I do. That's who I am, but I need to know how to do it in an emotionally balanced checks and balances for my brain way to just keep at peace with myself and my health. And
it's a trick. Everybody flips it. I remember way back in the day, like, I don't know, it was early. It was in the 80s, early 80s, and this one coach was like peeling out these books by this Dennis Waitley, guys, Psychology of Winning, kind of Seeds of Greatness. And I remember that
Yeah.
Maslow's hierarchy with the triangle at the top. If you accidentally flip what you think of yourself and what you think people think, you get all boggled.
Big time.
So you just got to, it's a trick. But
it really is. Man, to think about what people that are depressed, like, depression and all this stuff is such a big topic nowadays, right?
yep.
It's
It's
a lot of
real.
this ADHD talk. It's riveting through some people that I know and close people and family. And with these diagnoses, and just finished this audiobook on breathing. It's by Nestor, James Nestor, I think it is. And it's called Breath. And he is just a reporter that just deep dove the art of breathing and all the techniques and all of the ways that doctors prescribe in surgically with your teeth, and all these different ways to open up airwaves, and the good and the bad and the ugly of it, right? I feel like it's been I feel like I'm learning how to breathe right now. When I do the podcast, just my whole tone and my breath and my back and forth, like when you're a singer, right?
Sanger, yep.
You're
I'm a
out there,
sanger.
you're out there singing.
Yeah.
Was it gospel? Were you doing gospel music? Or is it,
He's messing with you. I ain't done no gospel.
it was gospel, right? Is that what you start? Was that your start? Were you an altar boy?
No.
Oh,
I was a Mormon. I was in a Mormon church, but they did sing.
Carry the snakes and stuff.
I didn't get to carry no snakes.
But when you do that, breath control is such an important thing. And like some of the greatest breath people from the early, late 1800s and early 1900s end up, working with athletes and track stars and musicians and you name it. These people want to talk to these because you got to get the most out of your breath with your singing and everything.
I've definitely been to town with all that.
I went down this rabbit hole, and it's like, man, I've never had a good rhythm. I can't say never, but I haven't, my mind has not honed in on these crafts. I've just let them be faults in a way, or not. I don't know how I should word that, but deficiencies within my being that I would like to correct. And it's real interesting. And it's like breathing is such an important part of even my stomach. Even have a stomach fat. It's like from a lot of it's you're breathing the right way, getting the right CO2 mixture, getting that right setup changes your whole gut biome. And it's kind of wild to think about it that way. And it's kind of exciting too.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of takes on it, and it's super depthy and interesting. And I mean, the first time you start talking about it, I'm going straight to whenever you get some kind of wannabe anxiety rolling up on you, and you do the deep breathing to tell your self that you're not being chased by a tiger, you're just looking at a wall and
right,
thinking about some stuff and giving your fear wings.
Yes,
that breathing really can set you back to oh, I'm just standing here. That's what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that when you flip that fast, it feels great.
I'd say that's something that has cost me friendships. Cost me some friendships, maybe, over my history of life, of that anxiety rev up in an early stage of not understanding something. I've performed that anxiety with you a handful of times.
Yeah, we all jitterbug, right?
Yeah, you get that little, we talking shit, in a way, not really, but in a way, and when you really don't even understand that you're the one that's creating that thought in your brain, you're making everything about you. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, you're sitting there. There ain't no tiger gonna eat you up. This piano's not gonna land on you. It's all good.
So, and when you feel like, as a person, you're like, man, I got my shit together. And when shit goes sideways, and you let that be part of your mindset, and let that be part of the workup,
Or you get stuck in the rat wheel.
Yeah, and then you get into this rat wheel of misunderstanding where you just don't understand. So, and if you don't get that understanding, you create the outcome in your brain. And when you go do the deep work, man, and you listen to your Robert Greens and all of your Gladwells and all of your,
Banana hands.
psychologist type of mindful, people that teach you how to just be in your presence and be in your now, don't be in the past and future kind of thing, and just create a better happiness, better surrounding, put yourself on a level of people that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, don't go to Pooville.
you know what I'm saying?
Voluntarily.
And it's something, and I guess just the acknowledge it, fully acknowledging it, not just kind of knowing the equation, the math equation, but not actually executing the equation and practicing the equation and getting good at the equation, and then being able to actually talk about the equation.
Conceptual knowledge versus practical.
Thank you.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetical versus
Perfect.
conceptual.
So much better. It's something that on a first podcast of talking about this, something that I can't act like I know anything about fully. It's just like a peppering in all this stuff into, my rebounding 2025 and kind of trying to take off the right way, has put me in this little realm of knowledge that, I'm just really embracing and, appreciating right now. And it's, helping get the weight off and stay off. It's,
it feels good all around, right?
yeah, the diet is there, man. Like, we're not going to the fast food anymore. It's been, a while. I couldn't even tell you. It's over a month, I think, since I've been to a fast food place to get myself anything. Probably 2 months, maybe more. I don't know. And just, man, super thankful for the internet, for YouTube, for audiobooks, for real books, for Amazon to ship you books. For all the resources that are available to people now who are just seeking to gain enlightenment of themselves and figuring out, like, okay, this is happening, I do this. Well, who does this? Why do people do this? You used to pay a lot of money to go get that kind of self-help. So back to my earlier statement is, think about in the 60s and 70s, these married couples and housewives with their husbands, and everything's done in a certain way. And the only realm of knowledge that you have as a husband or a wife or a child, it's through your neighborhood and through the school that you go to, and maybe through your church.
And old, like, Bible-y stuff.
Yeah, in like maybe a magazine, if you could get the newspaper was like a big,
And culture, TV, radio. But those are stereotypes.
Yeah, you did have TV and radio, yeah.
But that's true.
That's true. But
you're saying there's so much information for people to, like, tune themselves, and
like, if let's say you can't travel, let's say you either have a disability or a financial obligation, but you can get on the internet and you love travel. You can now go on YouTube, and there are multiple fantastic, narrators who travel the whole world and go to countries and towns and cities and, places of interest with their cameras out, and they explain and talk and, give a real cool view on growing up in this town, or there's an area that gets no radio waves or no cell phone service and a big range, and people move there that feel that they have electric sensitivities and stuff, and that's debatable, right? And then
catch a vibe from YouTube.
Yeah, man, and it's just so cool that you can just go now and live that experience on a thing. You don't have to watch whatever's on, TV at X730.
Yeah, there's so much available.
Yeah, just the information just explodes. So I feel like you can recover from trauma faster if you want to. Or
compared to 1974 when it was a public library and the newspaper and limited resources and way more database of knowledge now. Everything's been studied and upside down.
Right. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, because the internet can be a traumatizing place to be too. You can go down rabbit holes of things that are unhealthy, or that don't help you, or
Yeah, you got to put some choice, limit your choices and your time. You got to do all that stuff.
You could get into some kind of, like, what do? We all get into some kind of game on our phone, and just click here for $9.99 and get 5,000 tokens, and you can advance to the next level a little bit faster.
I put a few like boundary deals on some of that for 2025 as far as watching like a tutorial on a piece of gear that I don't need to know about, and just stuff like that, just to be like more time doing the thing. So
well said, sir.
Yeah,
and you saying that, I mimic and echo that from my home.
Cool.
Because you see every freaking trinket every time you come over, it gets added to the mix, and it's just by bored scrolling on a phone.
But it's cool. You got enough here, and we got enough, more than enough. We get,
I got all the time in the world now to play. Like, we're in play mode now.
All the gear you need.
Exactly.
So, and we kind of know how to use.
We know how to use most of it now, actually.
To make some heat.
Like, I actually have most of that stuff over there connected, I think, fairly correctly. And I feel fairly confident that I could turn everything on and hit a couple buttons and make it work somewhat.
Now you get to do the fun part, because the learning curve suckfest is over.
And I've been getting that creative vibe, man. I've been like actually sitting over there a little bit. I've been kind of tapping some stuff there a little bit and kind of clicking on some, trying to like, especially in the Adobe realm, in the getting my database uploaded of my photos. I got my camera. My daughter got a camera for Christmas, so she's been taking photos, and I'm getting her little database. We recorded a video of me and Silas jumping in the cold pool the other week. It was freezing, and I want to like clip some of that up and edit some video and like stuff through Adobe Premiere.
Oh, a tagging system.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on this whole little area to do that, because as we are marketing future things that we want to work on together, we have we want to be able to at least throw some intelligent marketing that's not AI, and we want to use these things to our advantage, but not like, I think it's all so amazing, all this AI stuff, but we have to do it our way. We can't do it AI's way. And I want to learn. I want to be an active participant in the creation of some of this stuff.
I saw your back room there with the weights and the guitar and like the bongos, and what do you got here? What's that thing called? The UFO with the...
Oh yeah, it's a steel drum.
Steel drum.
And it's all numbered, and it came with different stickers with numbers, so you can put better numbers and different. I guess it came with a little musical thing where you can actually learn some songs.
That's cool.
And really, I'll tell you what, a lot of that, and I got us kazoos for Christmas.
I love the kazoo.
Have you played with it at all?
Yes, I love it.
It works good, dude.
It's cool. I'm doing some. Yeah, and me and Che, it's yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got a kazoo too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one.
Kazoo, wasn't he on Fred Flintstone?
Yeah.
Little
guy. Yeah.
But hey, I can see it over here also, a synthesizer, and then he's got a piano, and then he's got another guitar. You got all kind of stuff here.
And it's all to play with. Get the kids on it, get all of us on it. This is all for future studio, everything.
And the theremin, is that how you say that?
Yeah, the theremin.
Yeah.
Dude, now that is fun. And I can't wait to really bring that over.
Yeah.
Get that going over at the Vibe Farmer Studio.
Yeah.
Start playing with that thing over there. Give me a little bit more time playing with this thing, and it's coming over.
Vibe Farmer Studio. We should give a shout out to Lee Bennett, who has been a sponsor forever. Lee, shout out. Super thankful. And
I'm catching up with the applause.
Okay, yeah. Hit some applause for Lee Bennett, Merritt Island. Friend, sponsor, musician, artist. Getting a demerit for the... So, Lee Bennett, big thanks. And also to Jonas and Misty Wilkie.
Love you guys.
Thanks. Yeah, from us and from all the musicians and artists. Everybody's working with Vibe Farmer.
Great talking to you today, Jonas, man. It was a good conversation. Thank you.
You guys make a lot happen, and it's heartfelt, and it's cool.
It's exciting.
And let's just go ahead and throw Ears and Frank and Nick and the crew at Kelsey's.
Dude, Nick, just a huge thank you. It's my daughter is getting an experience on how to be a responsible employee, and it's because of the experience and chances that Nick has, the experience that he has in giving these young people that need jobs chances, and lets them come in there and be themselves, and he holds them accountable. Like he strikes the fear of God into these
Big
young
yeah.
girls working the front desk and working
All
the
of
busing,
them.
and
Yeah.
everywhere from the waitresses that have experience and been there for a long time. They are good people, but they are tough in a good way that teaches a structure that some of these kids don't get at home. And I know my daughter probably doesn't get as much, and she's getting it in such a healthy and good way around, like Tim, Mr. Tim Gibbs, man. Like for you to be there with my daughter and joke around with her, and
Yeah, Tim.
and your son Silas, gets to hang out with Allie and Savannah and Josie, my neighbor's kid, and they get to learn. Like my first job was at Subway right next door, and we would trade bread and stuff with him and Kevin Hoyt and Tori, all the people that we know that worked there. And now my daughter's living that life and that experience.
It's a cool crew. They run a tight ship, and I just ate there with Rudy. Shout out Rudy.
Oh, heck
Rudy
yeah.
Rallis.
Nice.
Yeah, we just went down and ate, and you made me think of them tables, right? Nick got all the tables replaced with the recycled barnwood, and for every table they put in, they planted I can't remember how many trees, but yeah, respect. Kelsey's.
It's just and all the charities that he does, and
yeah, that's a lot. That's a list.
He just posted the one with astronaut, that I shared. It's just amazing. The support that he does with the school lunches, one I'm talking about there, and he had one with the for the service members and for veterans. He's got it. He's pretty much has some kind of positive something that he gives to so many aspects to his community, and
so many unspoken, unknown ones. I've seen a bunch that they don't get. Nobody talks about him. He ain't gonna talk about him, but it's big.
The coolest thing that he does, he's like a wordsmith when it comes to being a historian of his employees, and when he's been throwing this past year, he's been throwing all these big, long-winded stories on the life of Kelsey's and what it's been. It's like he's throwing like an autobiography out there to the social medias of the history of all these employees. How many businesses can you name that would do anything like that or say anything like that about not this isn't a company where people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. This isn't any type of thing. It's a pizza place.
It's heartfelt.
You know what I mean? Like it's an amazing thing to prop up your employees like that.
We had when I worked there was an employee once. His name was Boo Hooey. He was cool. Yeah, he was.
I like
cool.
that. Boo Hooey.
Yeah, he was so cool. Yeah.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Just throwing a random name out there. Yeah.
It's
Sue Ann, Jason, they're awesome.
Yeah, man.
Did we already talk about the Christmas? We went to the Christmas dinner there.
How was it?
It was great. I went with Russell.
Yeah.
Waz Jr. Yep. It was great. And
Shout out Waz.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, man.
It was great. It was wonderful. Saw everybody, caught up, high-fived, and the food was epic. It was just, it always is.
Yeah, it really is.
And who did I see? I'm always high-fiving. Was it Taki? That's Nick's nephew that's running
Yes,
the place.
yep. I met him.
He's super cool.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
How we get there, we're
Allie
just
likes
thanking
him,
everybody.
man. Yeah.
Just so many people help. Well, in my case,
You see Allie there?
they support the arts. Yeah. Wait, did I?
Probably.
Trying to remember.
I think her and Zach were there.
They were hustling.
Oh, yeah.
They were busy. Everybody's just lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, super thankful. It was a great year. It's going to be a great year. I'm thankful to be here.
Yep. You want to take a little break and then come back in strong?
Cool.
What do you want to listen to?
Do we got Pillar? Pillar.
We're learning our technology.
Check it out.
Why were you never comfortable? Was the claim too much? I heard you're all freaked out again. And you did the one thing. Now close with you is far enough to make it comfortable. So many times you've had enough. And what you said came out like this. I don't want you to go, my friend. You told me not to beg, to make you stay. I'll get in the way. And all my friends are your friends, but you turned away. I long for you again. Does that mean love? Then somewhere you've had room to fall. And now you're staring at it. Our own picture frame, my name drives you insane. Turn away, you turn away. Why have you never given up? There's something about it. So many times you've had enough. That is me, you just don't trust. I don't want you to go, my friend. Told me not to beg, to make you stay. I love you anyway. All my friends are your friends, but you turned away. Something like this going on, but not too much. Afraid I won't cover up. But you know you just can't.
Shout out to Jocko, Jacob over at Da Vinci Tattoo. He has started my Garden of Earthly Delights tattoo for the first session. I couldn't be more happy. Jesus, Jocko, man, thank you.
Fire breathing, the evidence around. Even the air is still gray. Right now, convince me it's time for someone else. And then maybe we could share the same quick at the time. No use for second guessing why. Did someone change the rules before I know? Later they end burn now on your own. That will be fair enough. Oh, when you're gone, how will I carry on? Oh, alone. As well, I'm neither exotic or a man. And you're fast when you're after something you want. Not greedy, but you won't let go. Well, you should have taken more. No shame or guilt commit the crime. No use for second guessing why. Did someone change the rules before I know? Making me blind.
Hey, you want a little sniffy sniff?
Yes. Mr. Clean. Yeah. Wow.
Love smelling cat boxes.
Yep. Urano. Here you go.
I feel like I'm going into my dad's like little Florida room with the cat boxes every time I smell it.
Cat box that ain't been cleaned.
I bought these smelling salts a while ago. We're just messing around here around the house, getting everybody to smell it and everything. So we saw it on some YouTube clip, and
Yeah, it
I
opens
see
you
Rogan
right
and
up.
them
Yeah.
do it a lot too, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't know what that's about, but
I guess it's like a sport thing. Like a lot of, I saw Jamal Mosley, the coach of the Orlando Magic. He was
you waking people up and
he
stuff.
was sitting on the coach on the thing, and he had a bottle of it, and he was just like slowly had it over his nose, and he was like just drawing it in, And I guess it really gives you like a alertness and a presence. The smelling salts.
It seems like it dilates your bronchial stuff, your nasal stuff.
It just clears you out.
Yeah.
And I don't know the science if it's real or
We're gonna get to
hanky,
the
but
bottom
it's
of this.
kind of fun just to see people go. Ew. Like I always, anybody that comes in the house, I'm like, here, try it. Smell it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, yeah.
When I got Nixie, he's like, oh my God. It's great.
I thought it was going to be that Rush, that old
Yeah.
from the 70s.
Right. Some coquina.
Cocaine.
Some pedic.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got one of them too.
Keep forgetting to
See
light it up.
that? See that? I'm going to rewind it for you.
You get amazing rock views out where you're at.
This is there's a name for it. Like, I think they call it
Oh, that's a twister.
a bird
little-
twister, a murmuration, I think. But yeah, it's,
Murmuration.
I think that's what it is, but it's a bird tornado. Yeah, check it out.
Wow. Are you saying those are birds?
I believe they're swallows, and they're doing that tornado thing, and it gets a little better later, but that's weird, right? How it goes way up.
Like part of me really did not equate that when I first looked at it to actual birds. And now that I see it, it's kind of amazing.
They're fixing a flare up in the last part of it, but all the river valleys in the St. John's, it's easy to go at sundown and see them feasting on insects and hanging out on in the dried river valley. Any of these St. John's deals that's cool looking, right?
That is amazing.
It darks up good.
Like that's
right
like
there.
National Geographic, like up close, high definition, prairie, lifestyle.
Yeah, I saw
Tactics.
the birds and I grabbed the camera. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go get a swarm because I got a real good swarm.
I mean, it almost looks like the clouds are dropping down, and you have like a little twister going on.
It's a bird tornado.
Yeah, a birdnado.
A birdnado.
What is there a movie? Birdnado.
There is now.
Let's get a patent out.
Yeah,
And just birds come down in tornado cars and humans and stuff.
we're gonna take a break and work on that. We'll be
Like
right back with it.
yeah, like little snakes on a plane, like birds on a main. I don't know, something
Lion's
cool.
mane. Yeah, your mushrooms. So yeah, outdoorsy stuff. Before I was mentioning that we ain't got a frost here in Mims, Titusville this year. We didn't get one last year, but this last little cold spell we had, we did not get frost. I didn't get frost.
I haven't seen any yet.
But right before that, I seen all kind of turtles on the move, like going from the little pond to the big one, but trekking across the land. I seen a couple of alligator snappers and a bunch of water turtles laying eggs. And I'm trying to think of all the other stuff, but I've been seeing a lot of wildlife on the move. Not lately because it's cold, but except for these birds who come down to get away from the cold. But yeah, lots of wildlife, lots of good things. Water's going down. There's a couple fires out west today. Did you see that?
That's
I think it was a controlled burn, maybe, but it was billowing real hard out there towards Loftman Lake.
it's something like when you say in the West, my brain just immediately goes to California right now.
West.
I know what
over
you're
the
talking about.
St. John's.
I know exactly, and
towards
it's like
Geneva.
kind of wild, but man, you just made me totally,
Oh, the fires.
just like in a heartfelt way, get over to that.
Yeah, shout out.
Like
hat tip, man.
It's
That's
kind of wild when you're seeing real like actors and people that you know out there doing things and trying to save their homes, or all just the devastation is unbelievable. It's hard not to speak on it in a way that like
judgment stuff.
not like
Because
like it makes you want to point fingers.
like nobody, I mean, let's say this. Everybody knew that the whole deal is going to catch on fire. There's going to be a dry year. The Santa Ana winds are coming. You know they're coming. So all the maintenance, the fire breaks, the people you got to hire to do all the hubbub. And then that's one thing, which you know it's coming. But the other thing I heard people talking about is like people starting fires just to be shitheads, and that kind of weird stuff is a thing. And how do you police that? And how do you, I mean, you got people flying one little bitty, those tiny planes, I forget what they call them. They look like a drone. I mean, it's, I don't know.
When things are dry like that, even when we're in Kentucky, when you live in that Ohio Valley of Kentucky, it gets really dry, and you're going up to 65, and you're hitting all the different on the Gene Snyder Freeway and stuff. If people throw a cigarette out, up there, I mean, it'll catch fire, and you have a big fire on a hill,
or an ember, or like a sap and a magnifying glass effect,
right?
Or spontaneous combustion.
And with as bad as it is in California, and as dry as it gets in the season there,
you know it's coming.
Like, if you know it's coming and you collect tax dollars of any amount, like, how does there not like a portion of it going, okay, fire season's bad every year?
Well, not every year, but the cataclysmic one's coming.
And how many years in a row have we heard about a lot of these fires? It's been like 4 or 5 years in a row where it's just been kind of a lot hotter than it, as far as the amount of fires and how much. So I'm in trucking, and like Jared right now, like we have loads in California and LA to pick up, and drivers are waiting from Friday to Monday, instead of going to pick it up right now, because you kind of either can't drive into it, or you are trying to wait out to see where the next fire is going to happen, because you don't want to be sitting there loading in an area where the next fire starts up and not be able to get out. So it's changing the rates and the availability, and just in a transportation, sense. And every year it's like we're having this conversation of all the fires here. We got to wait 2 days before we can get over to this area, or these roads are closed because of this, and there was water that you couldn't even access from water mains. And I know they're trying to blame like the farmer guy, the Palm Wonderful, and all that guy out there, and trying to go after the owner who owns a lot of the water rights, and the long history of them having the water rights.
All right.
And it's easy to point.
I ain't pointing the fingers.
I'm not either,
yeah.
and I'm not saying it like I know anything. So this is all just
us talking smack.
the fuck we're talking about here. But at the same time,
they knew it was coming. They knew it was coming, and they knew it was coming.
Where's that?
And I was kind of reflecting that people love landscaping. They love like a little, ecosystem of cactuses, and then you got your other little 4 foot, 7 foot things over here. Then you got people love trees. People love like triple level canopy trees. And if you got trees or bushes around you anywhere,
Trees.
or if you have
close to the knees,
a hillside,
trees,
and you get that 60, 80 mile an hour wind,
nice breeze.
it'll push a flame from them trees across like a football field to catch your stuff. So people love landscaping. Shit's going to catch on fire. What do we do?
One man that I saw on, I think it was TikTok or Instagram, one or the other. Out of all these houses, his house was okay. And he said when he saw the fires and all that happen, and he bought these little the sprinklers, the old school ones that go you put into the grass, and the rain bird, where it kind of just
super soaked your
and he put them up on the roof of the house, and he just started doing that. And he bought on like Amazon or something all this fire retardant stuff, and he sprayed it all around the outside of his house. And so everybody on, the comment section of, this post, one guy found Amazon or Walmart and went like he was an old army guy, like he was in Afghanistan or something. And they had to do some of these tactics to, for fires, over there. And so he just kind of, ingenuity did this and saved his house,
Yeah.
where all the other houses are leveled. And these are $1 million+ houses. And you would think either insurance companies or, whoever's responsible for that area should want to make sure that those houses stay there because that's your tax base. Unless you have this is my conspiracy theory. Unless you have,
yeah.
and who's out? Gavin is out there like the next day when fires are still happening. He's like, we already have a plan in place. We're going to be redoing all of this and making it better and doing that whole hubbub.
Reactive.
And it's kind of like, well, where were you before?
Proactive.
No, collecting that money. You're handing it out to all the people that help you stay where you are and doing all the favors for everybody else. That's the conspiracy theory of me.
That's a tangle.
Like things are getting dispersed. Just kind of like what Stell's fighting here in the Titusville. And I don't even know any winners or losers or names of any of that. But it's the same type of hubbub. And, in a grand scale, when it comes to voting for the president, we all say, you got to vote, which I fully agree. But Stell was kind of being a testament to you have to pay attention to your local first. And that's kind of an echoey thing because, like, all of us should understand that we got to focus on that. And she's in the trenches right now. Like, they are on the internet battling. And it's hard to watch, it's because you don't know.
Yeah, Ryan
You
was
don't know.
telling me,
People are capable of.
and he's an hour inland from like Oceanside, but he's telling me up where he lives, they had him turn the power off, and it was real cold, but because of the winds, because I guess the trees will tap on the line and spark it up.
Big time.
So, but they got the shut down when it was cold, so that's pretty rusty.
And is he in an area that's pretty wooded close to the house? So
Yes.
it could pop up on him at any point, too. Are they prepared? And
What I said before, real quick, you ain't got to have a mess of trees around your crib. You could have somebody like 60, 80 feet away that's got all the trees and the wind comes from that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Like dragon breath. I've seen it, man.
dude, watch the clips on YouTube right now, and it is intense, dude. Like, these fires are no joke. There are people, like, there's this one guy, he got a clip of some random guy up on a hill where it looked like the bulldozers were clearing, like making, fire lines and
Fire
stuff.
breaks, yeah.
And this guy was in a backpack, wouldn't say where he was from, saying he was there to see his son, but then he was hiking and he was trying to get to this one place, Santa Monica, but it was kind of like not the right way. Or the guy was like, dude, are you setting fires back here? And the guy goes, are you telling, it was like suspect where even the cops are now involved trying to find
Or
this
are
guy.
you going back there to get up on
Is there
somebody's
arson
house?
happening? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of arrests that have been arson related from the police department in LA. Like when they do their little city reports every day. When they
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Like, I've been hearing that that like a lot of people that are like down and out with meth or kind of get riled up and want to just, torch things.
I mean,
I don't know.
but at the same point, it could be like, okay, I'm an addict of some kind, and where I do my addicting at isn't
I got you.
viable for me to addict right now. So I need to addict somewhere else, and I'm going to do it here. Well, oh man, this is a dry area. I lit this. I doze off, and a fire starts. Or this is conspiracy. This is me just being, that person. You get people crossing this border, openly with knowing this. Like, if I'm in another country and I want to hurt, let's say America, for instance, and I'm sitting over there planning, I'm going to go, dude, what would really fucking cause some chaos and piss a lot of people off and cost some resources and some time and energy so we can kind of, maybe do this other thing on the side that they're not going to see now because they don't have the resources to see it. Let's get these fires round up. Let's give people, either to fly in, come across the border, drop them in from airplanes out of the ocean. I don't care. Somehow they're there.
Flare gun.
And all it takes is a flare gun or just a simple flint.
So you got to
A flint.
do the fire breaks and see where you could like keep the fire at bay in little sectors, not little ones, because it's almost like, well, all the woods are probably almost contiguous, but still you got the gaps that the dragon breath flame's going to go across. It's got to do a lot of planning, I guess.
I would almost, okay, this is totally out of nowhere. I'm just probably missing something or a couple things in this equation. But how about not allowing any building to go on that doesn't meet full fire codes to protect these houses, like whether it's fire retardant or using hemp. Like they have taken hemp walls and hit them with fire for hours and only create like a little hole, but it doesn't catch fire in the same way, in the compressed way.
The changeover time for all that flip from the old way to the new way is the big, like that's a 20-year gap.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, you're really right. But do you build all concrete without wood as much on the exterior? Are your roofs built in a different type of thing that doesn't catch fire the same way?
Do you got giant trees by your house, or is that cool?
Yeah, and if you do have giant trees that are going to catch fire, make sure the house that's next to it isn't a matchstick.
Or the house that's a football field away that just gets a giant, the dragon breath of flame coming at it at 80 miles an hour from a mountainside, just swoops in,
Or you have to have enough money, if it's so expensive to live out there, that you sign a release saying, I'm going to build right here the way I want to build. And if anything happens to it, no whining, because I know what I did and why I did it. Does that make sense?
I mean, it sounds
like, yeah, you want to be set. Like, yes, it's terrible. It's all the bad things.
That's complex stuff. All the insurance and the building and all the sourcing and all the.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to get, I don't know.
People that get paid whether it goes this way, and people get paid if it goes that way.
There's so many equations
tangle.
That go in. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just feel like there's.
No, it is.
I feel like there's conversations that should be had.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear somebody that's like waxing on, who's like got the fire knowledge and the, just the deep dive, because it's in fire breaks and how to, they must have a giant map somewhere with all the, contingencies, and if this burns and the wind's blowing this way and it's this level dry, then we do this, and we're waxing on.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my boy Theo Vaughn. Because of him, I found Cat Williams. He did this thing where he bought a life-size, full-size Cat Williams from like a TJ Maxx or a Bell's outlet.
Yeah.
And it's just, the comedian, right?
Okay, yeah.
He says that when he bought it, he's like, I bought a Cat Williams, man. And it's really funny. And now they have these little mini versions that we found at Lowe's. And on TikTok the other day, this one dude's like, hey, thanks, Theo, man. I found me a Cat Williams. So I'm going to be posting this later on TikTok. I put a little thing on there. Hey, Theo, I found him. But
what is it?
It's just a nutcracker. It's a black nutcracker guy.
All right. That's what.
And I'll show you. After this, I'll show you the clip of Theo Vaughn doing that.
Where will that reside? No.
I don't know yet. I haven't found his spot yet. But he's a permanent factor now. He's very important to me. he's important. He matters.
Going on the wall somewhere.
Yeah, he matters, man. Another shout out to some good friends through the holidays, Eddie and Hattie. For me, they moved here. I think last year, the year before. They just had a little daughter, little Stevie, and she's beautiful.
Congrats.
And I haven't laughed so hard at some of the conversations that we've all had over the last few weeks. For Christmas, though, I'm giving her the shout out to like the coolest gift right now. And she already knows this. They know this.
He's shuffling some cards right now.
I, through the holidays, I had, a lot of people come over for Christmas Eve, and just, it was perfect, man. It was absolutely perfect. I have a Grinch outfit. Did you see the video of that?
I did.
And grabbing Nixon's gift. Well, stuff that didn't get recorded is I was like jumping in the back of a truck on the street out here. I grabbed I shouldn't have grabbed that kid's arm, but I grabbed this kid's arm. I'm like, give me your presents. And he's screaming, laughing, screaming. And his parents are driving in the truck in the front seat and they're laughing. It was perfect.
They know who lives here.
And just to run outside of your house and have a snowball, like a fake snowball fight in a Grinch outfit, running up to cars that are slowly driving by with a movie playing outside and all of your favorite people. It couldn't have been a better, Christmas Eve.
This neighborhood's like a big party.
Yeah, and the Christmas house did not show out this year. They went on a vacation. So it'll all start back up next year, but the corner house down here had to step up and kind of host the festivities. Early on, it was super busy, but by the time it got to like 9, 10 o'clock, it died down to where usually it's still real busy in the neighborhood. So it's kind of more quiet Christmas Eve around here, but the hayride, I had a flat tire. We had to kind of spin around, get some air in the tire, and head back out. But it went flawless. Other than that, just the best time. And that evening, all of our the friends come over and hand out gifts and some exchanges. Gives the kids some money and lottery tickets. My daughter got $100 lottery ticket. But the best gift was Hattie. She's like, "What do you get somebody who always buys everything for themselves all the time and has everything?" She knew what was going on, and she had these mindfulness cards that you like pick a card every day, and it's got some kind of really cool, watch a sunset or sunrise, just like a good posture challenge, like to challenge yourself for the whole day to hold a better posture. And like, I'll take that card. I've been kind of picking the card. I haven't done it every day, but I'll take it and I'll set it up in an area where I walk by it a lot. And it's been really kind of a cool thing. And it was a very thoughtful gift.
That's neat.
And it's like, doesn't cost anything, and that's what it's all about.
That's on the daily, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's like, like people have their tarot cards or people have their, any kind of card, which, man, I have a little set of tarot cards in there that I don't use them a lot, but I've kind of read about it. And I see the benefits of people getting in and using any type of practice like that, or this, whether it's spiritual with a Bible, or whether it's through another avenue. To me, it's like if you're doing it for the personal betterment of yourself and it gives you peace and stuff, it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of
agreed.
Vibing on that stuff a little bit right now.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
So shout out to you guys. Thank you for that. It's been very helpful.
I've been this isn't the same thing as that, but like the daily, I love when you got like a regular calendar on your wall, like, I don't know, regular size, and yet at the end of the day you get to slash it off some stuff,
Yeah, man, it's just like that, isn't it? It's in just another, it's that. Every day having that, like, you wake up and you
snake bites.
Yeah, it's like you create that habit in the morning to do one good thing, for yourself, or one activity or one mindfulness practice before you start your day. It's kind of cool.
That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Have you been writing at all?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah?
Well, you might know that I got the T-Rex arm on my left arm. It's hurt a little bit.
Been wanting to bring that up. Thanks for reminding me.
So I ain't playing the piano, and I flipped it real quick so I didn't get mental. And but yeah,
So what is it? It's your shoulder itself, like the rotator, or your hand?
No, it's actually my hand. Like, I think it's something like, maybe I'm saying, I don't know what I'm talking about, but the ulnar nerve that goes, something that's got to do with going down to these last two here.
Okay.
And I know I overworked it and didn't maintenance it and did too much and kind of double-decked it. I'm going to find out. But anyways, it's made me write. I got fired up about writing, doing some stuff that I need to heat up. And so we're writing a lot. I'm writing a lot. And
hell yes.
And I'm also pulling up some archival stuff that I maybe let you hear a little bit about with the old low-pressure stuff, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I've been writing a lot, and
Heck
it feels great, and it's fun. I've been having fun with all the artists, and we're doing things, and I'm super thankful.
Who all you got coming in the studio right now?
Well, Rudy Rallis.
Yep.
Shoutout. And Sam,
Yep.
from Flagman and Cody.
You need to get Sam doing some of that Mark because he's real funny.
Yeah, he's fun.
And when he's doing that opera, stuff that he's recording and laying down over there, that Mark Reblay guy, when he's sitting there playing with that, thing and having these crazy, like I had you heard that crazy song.
Yeah.
Man, I could see him, like they have a song with the, or some kind of thing on TikTok where it's like, Primus banged our moms or someone banged our moms, right? Like that's hilarious. And that brings like an old nostalgia, and will bring that different older crowd to go, what is he talking? Oh yeah, that's funny. Like I want to listen. And then boom, listen to this great music.
Well, they got they're multifaceted, I guess. I'm saying they got the songs, and then they got like audio for video. They're writing a lot of different music in it. I just recently got to hear some stuff that Sam did with a different group from like nine years ago, and I was like, man, that's gold. We gotta, peel that out.
No, and I'm gonna throw one.
And they're doing this completely other thing with the Rumpus and Kyle and the 8-Minute Miles and Cat and Kyle.
That's kind of what I was even referencing a little bit that
Quill.
You guys were recording, and that's who I was about to throw a name out to. Quill was the first person I've ever interviewed ever, I think, like a musician.
Yeah.
And we didn't get the audio right. Remember at the first EcoFest? I had my SD card was faulty or whatever.
Yeah.
She has an amazing voice, and I get to hear her. She posts on her Facebook and her Instagrams, and just has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And every time I hear it, I just get I get good feelings and good energy from her.
We got some. Sorry to interrupt there.
No.
We got some really good sessions that I've been waiting a minute to be like, she's doing her thing and all that, and then we got a minute to do some riffing and tracking some stuff.
Could you please read this and sing this for me real quick?
Well, yeah, she was about it,
Yeah.
and it sounds great. And I can't. It's it's going to be on the Ears compilation CD.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm
I
having
love
a blast.
that.
It's
I mean, that's what it's all about. Like, how are you feeling? Like every day you get to go into the studio now, turn everything on, and you have this canvas now that's been set up and then adjusted, and Monica came in and just gave it a really good facelift, man. And I think with all the bands coming, you guys have created like a really good flow of workspace and efficiency.
yeah, and then we got the trails and the weather's nice, to take a beat and
Reflect, sit,
and
right,
get back to it. Yeah,
get back into it with the weather. You can open up the doors now. I mean, everything is endless to what you can do now. So now you're just like we're in that creative phase of you're creating, I'm creating, we're doing all kinds of things that are gonna springboard.
Yeah, it's
2025.
It's the thing. You just made me remember. I just heard an old track. It's like 1993 in the studio. We got some stuff, and it's pretty cool. I can't wait to share it.
Hearing the things that you're going to be re-releasing and that you're pulling out of the woodworks and all of this old video that we got to get thrown onto the computers the right way.
And
So
the new video, we got to get Jamaica up.
Man, that's right.
Yeah.
All that going on. It's just amazing. Shout out to everybody down there. I know you had a trip down there too, and made a lot of good friends. And
Highest blessings.
it's an amazing thing.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And they can have my GoPro tell them. I got another one already. We're good.
I owe you, bro.
No, you don't. I haven't thrown that on yet. No, let's get it out there.
It's good. It's
There's
nice.
a woodland GoPro around somewhere that is
Scorpion sting here.
just create all kinds of fire, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I see smoke.
I think it's great, dude. I really do. Oh man. Well, let's. I don't know. What do we got? Do we want to end this and get back up next week and?
Yeah, we'll reconnect with Che. I'm gonna reconnect with Knife Mike and Andre Thursday. So I'm ready. You know, maybe beginning of the week.
I've reached out to a couple people too. I have a one friend, Trey. He is through Charlie. They used to work together, and his wife is a realtor around here, and they're just amazing people. And he's just been posting a lot of this positivity stuff online a lot, and I just see him just do it. And I'm just like, hey, if you ever want to talk about it, let's talk about it. He's like, I'll hit you up sometime. So that's somebody that I think you would love to meet and talk to as well. It's just a really good person.
That sounds great.
Have a lot of fun with that. I have a few other little ideas and episodes that to be determined. I have started creating like a little mental notes on some of the ways I want this to go, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And check us out on adjustthemic.com, lampinmedia.com.
There it is.
I know you got the plugs over there. What plugs do you got, sir?
Oh, man.
We are Vive Farmer.
Oh, yeah.
ViveFarmer.com.
Yes.
Thaddeus Maximus.
Thank you.
Only fan.
Tedward.
Tedward Kilofan.
Kilogrand. Kilogrand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate you. Thanks for listening to our BS.
Oh, sick tricks.
Dude, sick
Yeah.
tricks. Sick tricks, man. How are they doing, man?
Great.
Surfing going well?
Big time.
Yeah, Dave's doing all right?
Yeah, Dave is doing super good, and going to be more of that heat. Dave Post and Zealand is like, I don't know if you know, he's like, you know.
Kids are getting old. They're
killing
growing up, right?
Yeah.
It's been a little while since they've been on the Adjust the Mic podcast.
He's ripping.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Tava and Liz are doing great.
Yeah, man. What was it a couple years ago? She broke an arm or something, right?
Yeah, everybody broke some bones.
Dave broke a bone.
Yeah, he broke some bones.
Man.
And the Carr brothers have been keeping it real hot.
Good.
Yeah.
Man. Well, that's all going to be getting into all this mix too coming up. We have a lot of I want to start really getting some
Brinko.
commercials made for all these guys, man.
And Brinko.
Dave, man. We got to have Dave back on soon, man.
Yeah, quick.
He's his photography, when he came over and took those little caricatures that Corey Sky made and just like took some photos of them, and just it was just so badass how they came out. And it was just taking the little things that I had here on my top. I have a camera where I feel like I could be sitting here being creative like that, and to watch him, just his art of just saying, let me get this, put it right here. Let me get this camera and set it up this way and do it this with his professionalism and have it come out that good. And me to see here, like, I could never have, done that.
You have not seen his Spanish Moon picture, right?
Oh, I have not. I can't wait.
I forget how many layers. It looks like a
I got to see it.
Sci-fi.
Man, it's
Dave
we got to have Dave back on, man. We got to. We're going to be doing some more phone call
and
podcast too, by the way.
Pillar, Jason, we got to
Yes.
get him. Maybe his brother Sean.
Please.
But you were saying?
No, with this, Bluetooth, and we need to start doing some phone calls and getting some of these guys on.
Ryan.
Even doing a whole podcast with them.
I think Ryan was telling me he was kicking it with Ian Owens.
Oh, okay.
And Frank keeps it mixed up. So
okay,
maybe that could be cool.
Let's do it. Let's we got to get a little update on everything out there here soon anyway. Maybe we'll do it here soon with even what's going on with the fires and everything. Get a little take from them on it.
Yeah.
That video that you sent me the other night with the giraffe
from Ryan.
From Ryan.
Yep.
Was that random? Was that randomly made just from anywhere, from nowhere, or was that something that was from a long time ago, or was that?
I think it's Macy's.
Okay.
Prop.
Okay, I have one of those in my Nally's room.
Yeah.
That same giraffe.
Oh.
You could buy. It's like a huge 7-foot tall giraffe, right?
Yeah.
Like a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
And his words, though, that he was saying to it.
That was yeah.
Was that like an old video, or is that something freshly created?
That was new.
And
yeah.
What was that for? Was it
that was for you?
Was that
was for me? It was for us.
So you got to talk to him, and you're giving him some heat, and he threw that back at you?
No, he just threw that at me randomly.
No, the reason I'm saying, I hope that that's how it went, because when I saw that, I think it was pretty late, like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It touched my soul in the coolest best. Like, it's saved as a favorite,
He's a wise man.
and it was just like
Yeah.
simple.
Nettle.
It was a simple, nice little gesture. Thank you.
You heard it here first.